If you're a wedding planner and you've stopped offering event management, you're making a massive mistake in your business. And if you never offered it to begin with, you're leaving thousands of dollars on the table and slowing your business growth big time. Here's the truth. The reason you're not scaling your business as fast as you want to isn't because you need more full-service high-end clients. It's because you cut off the number one revenue stream that was keeping money flowing into your business consistently, event management. In this video, I'm breaking down why ditching event management is the worst business decision you can make as a wedding planner, and I'm going to show you how to fix it without getting burned out or overworked. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about how this mistake happens in the first place. You start your business and you do what most planners do. You start with event management because it's lower cost, it's easy for clients to buy, and then boom, all of a sudden you're getting experience, making money, and starting to be referred all over town because you've built this really great reputation. And then success hits. Suddenly, you're booked out and full service clients are knocking at your door and you don't have any availability. So what do? You cut event management to make room for all of these luxury clients coming your way. And you're like, yeah, Brandy, I just solved that problem. No more event management for me. Luxury clients all the way. And you start to tell yourself the story. I only want to work with high-end luxury clients. And you justify it by saying, I don't have time to work with budget-conscious couples anymore. And before you know it, your pipeline dries up. Because here's what you didn't realize. 1, event management was fueling your sales funnel. You were being referred by partner vendors and venues all over town that were consistently driving leads into your sales funnel. Number 2, it was a training ground for your team. You could have used those event management weddings to train a team so that you could slowly start to step into those bigger weddings yourself and really own your role as the CEO of your business. And number 3, event management weddings were keeping your cash flow steady. It feels so good when a full service wedding comes along and pays you this large sum of money, but full service weddings are much fewer to be had. And so you go through peaks and valleys of cash flow when you don't have those event management weddings there to consistently fill your cash bucket. And you threw it all away. No shade, CEO. I have seen countless wedding planners that come into Wedding Pro CEO to work with us, and the first thing they say is, I don't offer event management anymore, but I'm not sure why I'm not making any money. And we're like, we know exactly why. Let's add it back in. But we're not just going to tell you to add it back in. We want to help you do it in a really healthy way that's actually going to help your business to make more profit and to scale you into that healthy work-life balance. So let's talk about how we're going to fix this mistake. The good news is it's really easy to add event management back into your service offerings. And the even better news is you're never going to do one again yourself. The secret to build a team. Your event management weddings should not be run by you once you get to this point. You will never do an event management wedding again. We are going to build up a strategic team to be able to run these for you and create that consistent cash flow. This is how we are going to, 1, train up and coming planners to join your team and really help them to learn how to run the last 60 days of coordination for any of the bigger weddings that they will eventually do. Learning this piece of the puzzle is essential to becoming a great wedding planner. So when you get rid of event management, you have no training ground to be able to bring new planners into your team. We want to bring new planners in, let them learn on event management, learn how to keep that calm, cool exterior on wedding day, even when everything is burning down around them. And we want them to understand the logistics of running day of on-site at a coordination wedding. If you're feeling like the economy is causing you to constantly get ghosted and need to consistently drop your prices just to get bookings, I have some news for you. It's not the economy, it's your sales strategy, and I'm here to help you fix it. I created a brand new free training where I'm going to share the exact strategy I use and I teach to thousands of wedding pros who have been able to double their wedding bookings in less than 30 days using this strategy. It's called the Assume Method, and if you're not using it, you're leaving thousands of dollars on the table. This isn't just another fluffy course. This is raw, actionable CEO level strategy. Whether you're new, struggling, or ready to hit your next 6 figures, this training will change the game for your business. But don't wait, because the top 1% of wedding pros aren't just good at their craft, they're good at running their business. And if you're ready to join them, I'll see you in the training. Keeping event management as part of your service offerings also allows you to keep your brand name front and center with all of those venues and partner vendors in town. Think about it. When you're doing 20 or 30 event management weddings every single year, that's that many more opportunities that you have to get your brand at the venues, to work with the teams of vendors that you get to work with every single weekend, and that many more opportunities for 5-star reviews for your company to receive. And keeping event management as part of your service offerings also allows you to keep predictable income. We talked about those big full-service weddings are so fun when you book them, but they are so much fewer that you're going to get as bookings. And that really causes that peak and valley cash flow that so many wedding planners go through. When you offer event management, that's going to allow you to have 2 to 3 new bookings every single month. And while they're a smaller amount, it's predictable income. It's income that can help cover your break even every single month. It's income that helps cover your fixed expenses. And we really want to allow that for you so that you, as the CEO, can be focused on getting some of those higher end weddings that are going to be kind of the gravy to your cash flow and are going to allow you to flex your design muscles while still having your team out every single weekend in these venues. This, CEO, is how the biggest planning firms scale their business. They don't kill off event management, they delegate it out. Okay, if you're listening to this and you're like, Brandy, listen, I hear you, but the math does not math. It just doesn't make sense for me to keep event management. It's so stressful. It's overwhelming. I don't really want to build a team. Let me rein you back in. I want you to dial in and really listen to me. I'm going to break down the math for you right now. Let's say that you charge $2,500 for your event management service, and you can book 30 of those in a year because you stop turning those clients away and you actually take them on, right? So 30 event management weddings times $2,500 is going to be $75,000 in additional revenue that flows through to your bottom line this year. Now I want you to imagine that you have an associate team that's running those weddings, and you pay them 40% of the total package price, which, if you haven't heard this in a past episode, that is the goal number that we want to pay our planners that work for us, 40% of what you charge to the customer. That way 60% is flowing through to the business. So now you've got $75,000 in additional revenue coming through into your business and $30,000 going out to pay those associates to plan those weddings. So $45,000 in profit that's flowing through to your business, all because you added event management back into your service offerings. You actually were excited to take them because you're not the one going out every single weekend. And now your brand has 30 additional weddings this year for Google reviews, for networking with venues, and for networking with those vendor teams. Think about the reality of that. That's just not $45,000 in profit. That is a whole pile on of amazing opportunities for you to capitalize on, all because you added event management back into your service offerings. Wedding Pro, this is what I call scaling like a CEO, because you're not just running a business, you're scaling a money printing machine. Here's the thing, CEO, if you want to scale past 6 figures, you have to stop thinking like a solopreneur and you have to start thinking bigger. Event management is not a low budget service. It is literally a strategy for scale and growth. So if you're listening to this episode and you're like, okay, Brandy, tell me exactly what I need to do right now because I got rid of event management. Number 1, I want you to add it back in. Get it back on your website, add it back to your pricing brochure, and make sure you tell the venues and vendor partners in your local network, hey, we are adding event management back in. We would love to work with you if you have some perfect couples for us. Number 2, if you're like, yes, that sounds great. I want to do this. I believe you. I know it's going to work, but I am already tapped out. Like my availability is at a max. It's time to hire a team. And if that's where you are, I want to chat. Drop into my DMs. I'm at Brandy Gar on Instagram. Let's chat, because this is literally what we do inside of Wedding Pro CEO. And we help you to build out that strategic team inside of our Inner Circle program. We're going to help you 2x your revenue within a year by building out that strategic team. And number 3, if you want to scale, I want you to start thinking like a CEO. Really take some time this week to think, do I still have a solopreneur mindset, or am I starting to think like a CEO? You have to get past that mindset that's keeping you small. And if this episode resonated with you and you're like, yes, I am in, tell me what to do. I want to understand better about how I can create this money printing machine for my wedding planning business, I want to invite you to apply to work with us inside of Wedding Pro CEO. You can head over to weddingproceo.com/application, fill out a few questions for us, and then book a time to talk with our coaching team about your business. We're going to work through where the gaps are in your business, where you need the most help, whether that's building a team or with the profit on your packages, or it could be sales or marketing. We're going to identify those gaps and we're going to work through what the solutions are for you specifically in your business to really close up those gaps. This is completely free. It's our way to help the industry. We absolutely love doing these. So head over to weddingproceo.com/application and I will see you there.